Because if he's not making that much money, then he has no time to be sleeping with you. He needs to be making money. He has no time to be out having fun. He needs to be making money. Why is he texting you all day? He needs to be making money.
Who is qualified in what I'm discussing, you can't afford the experience of being with me. You can't afford my time. You can't afford what it takes to hold my attention. You can't afford to compete with my own company.
This is a demon right here.
You're the demon.
Straight up.
As a man.
So I see that I got a lot of you fellas in a frenzy because I said that I don't sleep with, have never slept with, and I don't date broke men. Why the fuck is that so hard to comprehend?
I'm not attracted to the ego in the majority of women. The mindset, the energy, the attitude, the disrespect. Women aren't really appealing no more to me. Like,
right now, modern dating culture is experiencing a massive demand and supply crisis. On one side, female standards in dating have shifted from finding a partner to demanding premium subscription service. And on the other side, men are not trying to meet those demands. Instead, we're seeing more men walking away from dating entirely. Today, we're looking at the reason behind the male loneliness epidemic, while millions of men are choosing total solitude and peace, and what happens when the modern woman's expectation smashes into real-world economics. Let's get into it.
It's 2026 and you guys are still afraid to ask men for money. You're still hesitant to tell them what you need around the house. You're still hesitant to send them the link to the item that you want them to buy, the gift that you want, the purse that you want, the flowers that you want. You're still like hesitating. Oh, well, he doesn't make that much money. Oh, well, like he 50, like no. Because if he's not making that much money, then he has no time to be sleeping with you. He needs to be making money. He has no time to be out having fun. He needs to be making money. Why is he texting you all day? He needs to be making money. Enough with the excuses. Open your mouth. If he made $100 that day, you need 50. And if he can't afford to give you that, he needs to spend less time talking to you, even less time trying to sleep with you, and more time on figuring out his life and his finances until he can afford the luxury of having a woman.
Notice the language being used here. It is entirely transactional. A relationship is no longer about mutual respect. It is now framed as a business transaction where a man's time and intimacy are locked behind the paywall. Look, hypergamy, the natural desire for women to date up, is nothing new. It's biological. But the modern woman, with the help of social media, has distorted it into impractical dating standards. And this has created a toxic illusion where the average man working normal jobs is told he does not even have the right to speak to a woman unless they are already rich. And this is exactly why a lot of men are walking away.
Who is qualified in what I'm discussing, you can't afford the experience of being with me. You can't afford my time. You can't afford what it takes to hold my attention. You can't afford to compete with my own company.
This is a demon right here.
You're the demon.
Straight up.
It is about the woman's quality of life. And as a woman, the man you date, the level he's at in his life, that's the level that he will bring you to. When women are being taught to just follow the man's character and focus on the niceness and focus on the romance, and it's usually the men who are broke, who are more insecure, the first person he takes that stress out on, if he's married or partnered, is usually the woman.
There's a reason why a woman's pocket traditionally does not have space for a wallet. That's because that man's supposed to pay.
Broke boys don't deserve no pussy.
I know that's right.
If there is one solid thing that I've learned in my experience that I want you guys to apply in your life is that never date broke boys. Never marry broke boys. Never have kids with broke boys.
Somebody gotta say it. And I'll be the bitch to say it. So I see that I got a lot of you fellas in a frenzy because I said that I don't sleep with, have never slept with, and I don't date broke men. Why the fuck is that so hard to comprehend? If I'm not a broke woman, why the fuck would I want a broke man? Somebody, can y'all please fucking answer that? If I've invested so much into myself, my life, my value, why the fuck would I want a man that has not?
I need a man who's 6'4", tatted, super rich, and obsessed with me. My husband gotta be tall, rich, and loves me. I just want a man who's got a stable job and owns his own house. I just want to date a guy with a job and a car. I just need a guy with a pulse. I found a new hobby. I'm gonna go fight for human rights. I finally found who loves me.
And so, what happens when you tell an entire generation of men that they are not wealthy enough or high value enough to deserve companionship or a relationship? Do they work 3 jobs to buy a purse for a girl they just met? No, they quietly quit the dating pool. Let's watch this.
I'm not really attracted to women right now. And before you spam up, you're gay. Never been gay, never will be. I'm not attracted to the ego in the majority of women. The mindset, the energy, the attitude, the disrespect. Women aren't really appealing no more to me. Like, I don't feel anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's coming to the point where, like, I strictly feel something based on energy, based on a mindset, based on how you treat me, how you speak to me, based on your attitude, based on your humbleness, your sweetness, your kindness. Like, being a bad bitch or whatever is going on these days is just not appealing. Like, it's just not appealing. The ego, it's mainly the ego. So many egotistical women that treat you like you're beneath them and they're better than you. And like their looks mean everything to them and like they have nothing else to go off of. And I'm just not attracted to that. Like, I'd rather much be alone.
This is not the voice of an angry man. This is the voice of sheer exhaustion. When he says, I'd rather much be alone, he's highlighting the massive shift in men's mental health. You know, modern women tell men their worth is solely tied to their wallet. Traditional relationship advice over time tells us that respect, peace, and kindness matter most. Yet, as this man has pointed out, they are met with untouchable ego when you tell these women. And so when a man realizes that the reward for his hard work is being treated like he's beneath the woman, his peace and solitude becomes the much better option. This only does one thing. It makes the movement like the passport bros or men going completely solo gain massive traction.
Mark my words, this is the most sincere message that you will ever hear from me. I'm hanging up my jersey, my cleats, and my controller, and anything else that could be used to get back on the scene. I am not dating no more. I will not be talking to anybody. I want the Lord to remove my desire to be in a partnership with anybody. I don't want it. I am sick of ungratefulness. I am sick of being used, and I'm sick of only being seen for what I can do and what I can provide. And other than that, I am nothing. I am utterly and irrefutably sick of all of it. I want to be alone for the rest of my life, away from any of the foolishness and complete fuckery that I see and deal with on a day-to-day basis. Thank you.
Oh, you just don't seem like the kind of guy that would settle down. No, I'm definitely that kind of guy. I just don't trust or believe that majority or any of you women have the capability of being treated correctly and appreciative of that nature and that life. Y'all indulge in drama-based TV shows. Y'all are always gossiping about things that have nothing to do with anything other than the fact that it gives you something to talk about because you need something to talk about all the time. You always need this rush of adrenaline through drama, through bullshit. And you want me to sit here and take you serious, feeling safe in doing so, knowing that I'm going to treat you right? When again, I know that you're fueled off of bullshit and bad behavior. I don't want to be single. I'm just afraid of giving something to a woman when I know good and well the woman's nature is not to appreciate that good something. It's that simple. And until I meet a woman who doesn't give me 80% or 90% or shows me a large percent of her appreciating a good man, I need not even 100. I need 110% clarity that you are that kind of woman. Otherwise, I will continue to stay single, clap cheeks, and stay unattached. Because so far, that life has been way happier.
I've also dated a broke person. And when I dated the broke guy, I realized, wow, I will never date a broke guy. Like, they're just always angry.
Broke guys are loving.
No, they're not.
Broke guys have ambition.
They're always angry because they don't feel
Like they don't feel complete because they can't do the basic thing that they're supposed to do. They can't provide,
which is what kids.
And they get jealous.
They
when
provide
you are winning.
hugs.
No, because they also, and you know what they start doing? They want you to be like a submissive provider. How am I a submissive provider?
If you got a man and you struggling financially and he's also struggling financially, y'all need to separate. Cause no shade, he might be what's blocking your blessings. Cause how both of y'all down on your luck?
You will never be able to date a broke man and be happy. Why? Because it's 2026. Bills are higher than they've ever been. The cost to have a decent life is 4 times as much as it was in the days before. And you're never going to be able to live a soft life with a broke man, period.
Here is the ultimate irony of the modern dating market. Statistically, the percentage of men making the 6-figure salaries demanded in these clips by these women is in the single digits. And so when women collectively decide that they will only accept the top 5% of earners, the other 95% of men are left with 2 choices. 1, to struggle to hit an impossible standard, or 2, to find happiness outside of a relationship. Now, when women turn romance into a luxury, the market will eventually crash. It will clear out. And then women are left wondering where all the good men went, while men are opting out, focusing on themselves and protecting their peace. And so, all of this leaves us at a fascinating crossroad. If women refuse to lower the bar and men refuse to climb it, 3 possible things are likely to happen. One side wins, one side loses, or nobody wins. But then we'll be looking at a possible future of mutual isolation that is driven by broken dating culture created by the modern woman. And so, which side do you think is making the right call here? Is it fair for women to hold out, or are men making the smarter move by choosing their own peace of mind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss future uploads. Until I see you in the next one, stay peaceful, guys.